You cannot out-supplement a bad diet, especially during menopause. Now, don't get me wrong, targeted supplements and adaptogens are amazing to manage symptoms, but if you're pairing them with blood sugar spikes, low energy, you are fighting a losing battle. So today we're talking about foundation. I'm going to break down 9 evidence-based foods that stop the menopausal metabolic slowdown, protect your bones, and fight off brain fog. And I've left the most controversial one till the end, so keep watching. Now, the first one is extra virgin olive oil. So stop fearing fat. Your body needs healthy fats in order to synthesize hormones and be able to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like D and K, which are really important for bone health. Extra virgin olive oil is the backbone of the Mediterranean diet, and it's the most scientifically proven way to eat for longevity. It contains a compound called oleocanthal, which acts as an anti-inflammatory in a similar way to a low dose of ibuprofen. In fact, a recent randomized control trial done in 2026 showed that daily consumption of extra virgin olive oil significantly improved insulin sensitivity and dropped markers of systemic inflammation in menopausal women. So don't buy your light olive oil, buy your extra virgin olive oil in dark glass bottles and drizzle it generously over your salads, your proteins, your vegetables, and ideally do it after cooking to preserve those high antioxidant-rich compounds. Next up is oily fish, like your salmon, your sardines, and your mackerel. And we need to stop a little bit and talk about your heart. Before menopause, estrogen acts like a protective shield. It protects your blood vessels and keeps your cardiovascular risk low. Once estrogen naturally drops, the shield weakens. So adding oily fish gives your cardiovascular system an extra layer of defense. Oily fish is packed with omega-3s, specifically your EPA and your DHA. These aren't just healthy fats, they're powerful anti-inflammatories that lower your triglycerides and protect your arteries. Studies show that just 2 servings of oily fish a week can lower the risk of sudden cardiac death by 30%. Plus, if you like sardines, eating the bones gives you a massive hit of calcium to protect your bones from osteoporosis. Thirdly, lentils, beans, and chickpeas. These are the most underrated foods in your entire grocery store. If you're suddenly struggling with intense hunger or sugar cravings in midlife, this is because your hormones are all over the place and they're messing with your satiety signals, specifically leptin. Legumes are a double threat. They're packed with plant protein and soluble fiber. The soluble fiber slows down your digestion, balances blood sugar levels, and it keeps you feeling full for longer. You don't need to eat a whole bowl of beans, right, every day. Just add some chickpeas to your soups, to your salads, to your stir fries, or your black beans or lentils, whatever you fancy, and you're already going to make a huge difference. The next one up is protein, and I swear I spend around 80% of my time with my menopausal clients speaking about this food group because it's really important now that your biology has shifted. When estrogen drops, your body enters into a catabolic state, which means that it's very easy for you to lose muscle and frustratingly hard to keep it. Losing muscle means your baseline metabolic rate drops and is a massive driver behind the menopause belly. Research shows that postmenopausal women lose 1% of their muscle mass every single year if they don't intervene. So to stop this and protect your metabolism, do strength training and eat 20 to 30 grams of high quality protein per meal. Now, you want to avoid your processed proteins, right? Like your protein bars, your meal replacement shakes. These tend to be filled with artificial sweeteners, which are doing a whole lot of other harm. You want good quality protein from whole foods. And to make this easier for you, I've created a protein cheat sheet, which you'll be able to find in the comment section, which lists animal-based and vegan-based protein and how much protein is in each one. Next one up is a diverse range of vegetables. This is the food group that almost every woman is accidentally under-eating. They think they're eating healthily, but they're only eating, for instance, the same vegetable every day. But your body doesn't just need vegetables, it needs a diversity of vegetables. During menopause, the drop in estrogen actually alters your gut microbiome, which can worsen bloating and slow down your metabolism. The famous American Gut Project found that people who ate 30 different types of plant foods per week had a significantly more diverse and resilient gut microbiome and better metabolic health compared to those who ate a narrow selection. So next time you go to the supermarket, buy a wide variety of different colored vegetables. Every different color is a different prebiotic that is feeding a different strain of healthy gut bacteria. Next up are cruciferous vegetables. These are your estrogen detoxifiers. We're talking about your Brussels sprouts, your cabbage, your cauliflower, your broccoli, etc. But this time, we're not just eating them for fiber, we're eating them because they are estrogen detoxifiers. During the menopause transition, our erratic hormones can cause unwanted symptoms like intense breast tenderness, mood swings, and stubborn fluid retention. Cruciferous vegetables contain a really powerful compound which converts in your body into a compound called DIM, D-I-M. DIM helps your liver clear out used up hormones in the most safest and efficient way possible. Now, if you suffer from severe bloating, avoid eating them completely raw. Their raw fibers can be incredibly tough on an already sensitive stomach. So steam them, roast them, or saute them. If possible, aim for 1 serving of cruciferous vegetables every day. And they have been found to significantly reduce your risk of certain cancers. Next one up is dark berries. If you're craving something sweet after dinner, go for your raspberries, your blueberries, and your blackberries. During menopause, your systemic inflammation naturally ticks upwards. Berries are packed with polyphenols, and these help lower oxidative stress and protect brain health. Multiple studies found that women who consume the highest amount of berries experienced a delayed rate of cognitive decline, essentially keeping their brains younger and sharper against brain fog. Next one up is ground flax seeds. Flax seeds are the richest dietary source of lignans, which are a highly beneficial type of plant-based phytoestrogen. Clinical trials have shown that eating roughly 2 tablespoons of ground flax seeds per day can significantly decrease hot flash intensity and improve the quality of life for post-menopausal women. Now, it's important to buy them ground or ground them yourself because if you eat them whole, they'll pass through the digestive tract and you lose all the benefits. Lastly, and the most controversial one, is soy. Now, I hear this all the time, but won't soy mess up my hormones or give me breast cancer? But if you've been avoiding soy out of fear, you need to understand where the myth came from. Decades ago, early lab studies found that giving high compounds of soy to mice could stimulate the growth of breast cancer cells. But what the internet left out is that mice metabolize soy completely different to humans. When we look at large-scale human population data, the fear goes away. In fact, major health organizations like the American Cancer Society have made it very clear that eating whole soy foods is not only safe, but is actually associated with better long-term health outcomes. The science shows that soy contains isoflavones, which act like a gentle dimmer switch for your estrogen. When your natural estrogen levels plummet during the menopause transition, these plant compounds step in, weakly bind to your estrogen receptors, and help to smoothen out the hormonal crash. A major meta-analysis published in the journal Nutrients found that soy isoflavones reduce the frequency of hot flashes by up to 45%. But there's a catch. You want to avoid the processed soy, and you want to focus on whole traditional soy foods like edamame, miso, and tofu. And you can aim for roughly 1 to 2 servings daily. Now, if you're looking at all these plant foods I mentioned and think that if I eat all this fiber, my menopause bloat is going to get even worse, I have you covered. Firstly, if you're going to increase fiber, do it very gently. Introduce foods gradually over weeks and increase your water intake. Fiber without water is a digestive traffic jam. Now, menopause bloating is incredibly common and it can be fixable as long as you understand what's happening in your gut. So next up, watch this video right here, where I explain why bloating can get worse during menopause and exactly what to do to reduce the menopause bloat. So take care, and I'll see you in the next one.